Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Poole Harding. And tonight, oh boy, we have a very special guest. This basketball head is a Murry Bergtraum High School great, all-city performer, and was a real problem dominating the paint down low. Listen, before being a star player in high school, this basketball head attended the legendary 275 Junior High School. Mean. Listen, she learned the game from her coach, Mr. Davis, who helped her garner the confidence to go into high school and become one of the top players in the PSAL. Also, New York City greats such as Rob Phelps and Ephraim Whitehead made their names as top 8th graders at 275 as well. Once she got to high school, she attended South Shore, but sat out a year so she could attend Murry Bergtraum. Now it's crazy how now South Shore is a powerhouse. It's like Murry Bergtraum. It's crazy how time switches up, right? Once at Bergtraum, this basketball head found a home. As much success came with being a Lady Blazer and all the games they won, they could never put together that championship run. Oh, that rhymed. I still got it. But her team were the foundation to the Murry Bergtraum future dynasties for years to come. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the show, Murry Bergtraum great, New York City, all-city performer, Kadedra, Big D, Posey.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos, where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's up, Big D? What's happening? What's going on?
I'm good. I had to turn you up a little bit. Maintaining. How are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, I saw Ruth Lovelace on my way getting out of the train. You know, she's still rocking and rolling out boys and girls.
Right.
So y'all got Big D Posey on tonight. Ooh. Oh, that's a good one, G. That's a good one. I said, I'm going to let her know that. So
Yeah,
you still got a lot of love out in these streets, Big D.
I appreciate that, baby. I really do. I miss the times, yo. Those are some of the greatest memories. Yo, what can I say,
Bring the
man?
phone down just a little bit. And you can back it up a little bit more so the people can see. Yeah, there you go.
A little bit. All right.
Yeah, get comfortable. We gonna get comfortable. Now you get up a little bit. I just want to make sure you know the people can see all of you.
Right.
Move the phone just over a little bit so you behind that nice green screen. I don't know what you got in the back, but it's nice.
Oh, that's my mama. Got to have my mama with me, baby.
Oh, that's right. My mama's always watching over me too, so definitely respect to mom do.
Yes.
So I want to jump right into this, right?
Just jump right in.
Ask all of my guests this question. Who introduced you to the game?
I'm gonna be honest, man. My aunt Yvette introduced me to the game. She played ball for Thomas Jefferson in Brooklyn, and she's 5 years older than me. So you know, when she went to go play, I was with her, and I started picking up the game from there. You know, going with her. And as time went on, I got older. I started playing with the fellas, you know, around the way, which that's what really got my game going because, you know, as a female, ain't nobody trying to pick you unless you nice. So
Facts.
I had to get out there and get it. And, you know, them guys, they ain't play with me. they kept my game, you know, focused. They let me know that they wasn't gonna take no pity on me because I was a female. So that's why my game got the way it got, because them dudes really, and my aunt, you know, I had to go hard or go home. I wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? So it became my lifestyle. That's what it was, man. I had to get up in there and get it. And like I said, as I got older, I was the only female in elementary playing with boys. You know, that was when I got my first trophy. I never forgot. I was so proud of myself. Both my parents was there. I was graduating from the 6th grade, and they gave me this trophy, and I was like, oh, you know, and I think I got hype off of that. I wanted more. Right. So when I got to junior high, you know, it really wasn't nothing happening too much. You know, we were just doing our thing, and then I met Mr. Davis there. He put me under his wing, and he started teaching me things, the fundamentals, you know, because I knew how to play, but I didn't know how to play every position. You know, I didn't know certain things that he schooled me on that was pivotal to keep me focused on going, you know, hard. Like I said, I was trying to win. I don't like to lose, you know. Nobody likes to lose. But at that stage of my life, that's all I knew. And like I said, to get them trophies, they meant everything to me. I would run home with them trophies to my mom, like, Mom, I got another one, you know, and it elevated my game, man. And yo, I want to say something too. Marcy, that's my girl. I met Marcy through the Welch's, the Welch's Classic Basketball 1-on-1. Right. Me and her play a couple years in a row before we even got to high school. So when I got there, I met her, you know, I was hyped, like, oh, because I knew her game. I knew what she was about, you know what I'm saying? Then I met Nick. Nick had a whole nother little flow with her game. So, you know, we just was rolling. But like you said, for some reason, we could never capitalize on that at the end. We did all that, won all them games through the whole season. As soon as we got to the playoffs, we in there. But for some reason, either I'm out, Nick out, something going wrong. You know, we could never.
We gonna get to those building blocks, because what y'all did, what y'all probably didn't know what y'all was doing, was helping those future girls that came after y'all.
Right.
So somebody got put down the bricks. You know?
You right. And that's what it was.
I understand that coming from Lincoln.
Right.
Because the great players that came before us, all American, all world, they couldn't get it done. For some reason, it was our crew that got it done. And then after that, you know, Stephon came, and you know, Lance and Sebastian.
So we laid that groundwork. You lay that groundwork for the next ones to come behind.
There you go. Yeah. So I want to talk about this too, right? Okay. You started to take the game serious once you kind of left elementary school. Like, that's when them trophies kicked in. It was like, you want more.
Yep.
And then you end up at 275. Listen, I interviewed Rob Phelps. I interviewed Efren Whitehead. They all came with 275. And they were running down all the people that went to 275. And when I saw you with the 275, I was like, yes. Even though I already know we're in the same era.
Yeah.
But your foundation at 275 sets you apart from everybody else.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't playing with them fellas. Yo, straight up, every day we played hard. Every day with them guys. And I got to give them props. Like I said, without playing with them, I don't think I would have been as nice. But I don't think they realized it, because they started getting mad after a while, you know, because you showing off and you schooling them. But
right.
It was all of them, you know, that helped me get to where I was at, because they didn't take no slack on me. Them brothers hit me, they hit me hard, yo. You know, and I had to take it, because I'm a cry and I ain't going to play. So it was what it was. But yeah, man, it was the days. 275, PS41, baby, we was rocking full courts every day. Behind my building, 275, down the block at the hole, we was going, man. I used to go everywhere and anywhere to play ball. I remember some of my girls, yo, we used to just run. And this was just not even my high school team. It was like the summer league girls. We used to just go all over Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan.
Who were some of those girls? Besides
man, Trey Wells, my girl Deanne Wilkerson. Oh man, it's so many of them. I mean, I don't want to leave nobody out. Monica.
No, that's definitely enough right there.
It's a lot of them, man. We used to be deep, and we went everywhere. And we used to love just meeting dudes as females playing against them, because we knew already they would be shot. you know, how good we was, because they already assumed because we was females, we wasn't going to really, you know, have no run. Or we had run, plus that. I mean, they would give us that respect after the game was all said and done. And, you know, we sit there, chill, and rock. Cause back in the days, you could do that. It wasn't no issue, you know.
Right.
And it was all love. You know, we just would travel all over. And like I said, that's what elevated my game, as well as I feel like the other females and sisters that played with me, because we wasn't scared to play nobody. Nobody. You know?
And on the outside, we had Ruth. It really wasn't no girls for her to compete against, so she had to play with us.
Thank you. That's it.
I understand. Back then, it wasn't. Listen, it's a lot of females that's playing right now are doing very well.
Yes.
Back in the time when we came up, it was far in between. When you had the nice ones, it was the small packs. Right? And y'all, if y'all wanted to get good, you had to play against the guys. And we understood that.
I tell these cats to this day, yo, even my family members, the younger ones coming up, I have to make this known to them. In order for you to surpass the norm, you're going to have to do something extraordinary. You're going to have to do something different. You can't stay playing with the same people and think you're going to elevate your game. You won't. You have to move around and see, you know, what this cat got and what he can show you and what you could do differently. That's the point of the game. Learning all aspects of the game at that. You know, it's not so much. I think what I loved the most about Barney, Mr. Davis, he taught me camaraderie, you know, as far as how to get along with others and, you know, that team effort and how everybody play a role. But what most importantly was, he taught me how to play, not just because I was a power forward, you know, but he taught me how to play, even though I wanted to be a guard, he taught me, because I always wanted to dribble, you know, which I would.
Right.
But he taught me every position, because I had to understand some days you might not be, you know, for that position. You got to go where, you know, you need it. So I love that about him, you know. This man to this day, I still love him. I talked to him last year. You know, some of us had got together. I'm so thankful that he is still here with us, and to know, you know, what I got from him. You know, he was a mentor, you know, a coach. Sometimes I felt like he could have been my daddy. You know, I know my daddy is here and I love him, but he was so involved with us, you know, and he was a good man. You know, he picked us up and brought us home, you know, and he let us know in order to be on that team, we had to do certain things. You can't just play and you ain't having good grades. Your grades got to show that you know, you really want this. So these are the things he instilled in me, as well as the other chicks, you know, females that we was rolling with. And I thank God for that, man. Like I said, I know he wanted more for me, you know, probably not thought about for myself at that time, but I was very young. And I didn't.
We're going to definitely get there, D. I want to go through the whole story, you know, and give you your flowers that you deserve.
Thank you.
Because your Mr. Davis was my Bobby Harstein, another Jewish man who played a father figure mentor role in my life and helped change the course of my life forever.
Yes.
Right? So I tell these kids now, you know, we got the Ruth Lovelace. It's us now. You got the Buds, the Broad Phelps, the F1s. All these guys are coaches. Yes. We didn't see that many people that look like us. It was far in between, right? It was far in between.
Not at all. Yep.
Right? Listen, your cousin, Miss Sunshine, she said she was so proud of you coming over to our house seeing all those trophies.
Yeah.
East New York Dre said D was serious, didn't smile, and handed out work.
Oh yeah, baby. I loved it. That was my game, man. I mean, yo, I never thought that something like that could change a person. But like you said, it took you in a different direction. You know, we stayed off them streets as far as being in trouble. When we was on the streets, like I said, we was about our business. We going to school, we going to play ball, whatever, and we go on, we ain't getting caught up. You know, like some of these kids do today. You know, you want that for them.
You came from Tilden, like
building projects, baby.
Hey, listen, there ain't nothing to sneeze about. And when it happens, and you gotta stay focused, you gotta choose a side. Whether you're gonna be with the street runners or you're gonna be running the street with that basketball.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
I got lucky because, like I said, I became such a good player for the brothers and sisters that was out there, you know, doing what they was doing. they ain't even bother me. They would look out for me if I needed anything, even though I wasn't, going that route with them. They would like, they knew, I wasn't about no negativity. They knew I was about, going to play ball, going to school, minding my business, so that kept me out of trouble, thank God. And like I said, I traveled all over the 5 boroughs, upstate New York. Man, we went to Canada. We were playing everywhere. I would have played anywhere, because I just loved the game so much, man. That was just everything to me, everything,
I interviewed this guy, James Hunt, right? I saw a clip of him online. He's a huge trainer out in California right now. He's from a Clancy High School. He's from the Lower East Side in New York. So I'm a Sparker younger cousin.
Okay.
Well, I was just online and scrolling down. He came up, and it was just like, I'm a guy from New York City who played basketball, and the street guys, the hustlers, the thugs, the drug dealers, those are the guys looking out for me. And I was like, that rang a bell, because look what you said.
They showed
up. When I was in Tilden, those street people, they was pushing you towards the ball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's something common that we had back then. And me leaving the game one day, and the original 50 Cent, not the rapper,
okay,
told me that I was good and I should focus on the basketball and not be like the street guys.
Right.
And when he called me over, I thought he was going to get my pockets.
Right.
But he was showing me love, D. So I understand the love that you got in Tilden.
Yes, yes.
And then being one of the nicest females in Brooklyn is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then becoming one of the best in New York City is even crazier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, them was the memories, man. A lot of people ask me to this day, some of my friends, some of my homegirls I grew up with, they be like, you should have been in the W. And I laugh, because at that time, it wasn't even there,
No,
but
no.
I had my moments, and I'm thankful for them. I ain't mad. I did what I had to do, and I'm thankful for it. Like I said, it did help instill in me a lot as far as my future, endeavors. And I'm thankful, man. Like I said, I was able to, take something that I taught myself to do with others, of course, but, it molded me. It molded me into the woman I became. And, I think I did pretty damn good for myself,
You became a professional.
Yes, yes.
I tell people all the time, listen, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And a lot of times, it may be not in the ball arena.
Yes.
But you may be out there changing lives in other ways.
Oh, and that's what happened.
Would that have happened?
Yes, that's what happened. It did, because I went into the field of working with children. Administration for Children's Services, juvenile detention. I worked for schools. Everything had to do with kids, because when I looked at them, I seen myself.
Yep.
I seen the unsureness. I seen the negativity of whatever's going on in the house, and they can't really deal with it. But they're frustrated, and I realized I was there too. So I took what I knew, which was ball. A lot of times we would just shoot, and we start that conversation, and we start talking, and we start vibing. And I've always gotten along well with the kids I work with, because I've always been very honest with them about my story, and what I did and what, I turned out to be, because they were from the hood like I was from the hood.
Right.
It didn't matter where I was at. If they was in jail, if they was from where I was at. So I was able to understand their situation and take a negative and try to turn it into a positive for them to understand. Right now, you ain't gonna understand. It's not meant for you to. But as time goes on, believe it or not, things eventually fall into place. And that's how I took it. And I've been, really blessed. I thank God, because I've met a lot of people's children, and some of the hardest, meanest, kids you could imagine. But I know I left them with something,
That's right.
And I'm thankful for that, because we need that for each other. I think for myself, Mr. Davis left me with something. All the older sisters that he had before me left me with something, because I wanted to strive to be, if not as good as them, better than them. You see, because I understood. It was one girl we had, her name was Debbie. Oh my God. I forgot her last name, but she was so nice, man. And I always used to pride myself, because I wanted to be as nice as her. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I kind of got there, but I don't know. It was something about people. I always inspire for someone to be better than. I can't just, like I said, stay complacent.
Right.
You know? If I ain't got nothing, a goal to reach, I ain't trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? I have to have something to strive for, man. And back then, it was like I just wanted to be one of the best players I could be, especially as a big girl. Because, you know, I was big and strong. I mean, my legs was ridiculous. They used to tease me because I was so brolic. You know, and I used to
And
look
have
and
2 or 3 girls trying to stop you.
they couldn't. And that was the funny part. They couldn't. You know, you want to run your mouth, but when you get on this court, it's a rap, baby. This all me. All me. So I already knew that, you know. So as I got older, I was able to, you know, parlay that. I love Charles Barkley. What's his name? Carl the Mailman Malone. I wanted to play like the big fellas. I want to get it in. What? We gonna play. We might be girls, but they gonna see something different today. You know what I'm saying? I'm clapping backboards on dudes, yo. I mean, it was like that.
Easy. Listen, that was a rite of passage. You had to get there. Clapping on somebody, those are the poster dunks back then.
Yeah.
Getting an and one doing it.
Yes. I remember the first time I clapped backboards, I was playing with dudes, and it was behind 275, right in Taylor Project. And the crowd, because, you know, we had a crowd after a while. Everybody was watching. When I did that, all I heard was, oh, it was over. Like, and, you know, my head just went from, after that, I'm clapping bad bells on dudes now. What? Y'all chicks can't do nothing with me. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if these dudes can't stop me, how you gonna stop me? That's how I felt. You know, so I wanted somebody to stop me, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew my game had elevated itself. But see, I got a swollen head after a while. I went out there playing with my friends, and I wound up twisting my ankle one year.
We gonna hold off on that. We got a lot of other great things to talk about, right?
All right.
Yvette Miller said, "Remember when we played against Queen L and beat them and how mad they got? What was that about?"
That's my Aunt Yvette, yo. That's the one I told you. That's how I started.
Okay.
We grew up more like sisters. She's my aunt, though, but we grew up as like sisters. And, yo, we would rock. You know, wherever we went.
Who was Queen L? Who's that?
I don't even remember who she talked about because we was running around so much. Like, it could have been anybody out there because she had her peoples, too, used to run. You know, her girl Mina, she was a big chick, and I loved her. God bless her because she's no longer with us. But her name was Mina, yo. She was nice, and she was big, too. It was a lot of chicks, yo. I tried to, like...
Rhonda Singleton.
Oh, Rhonda. I grew up with Rhonda. That's one of my girl dogs. We used to roll. That's one of my girls. That's Rhonda, yo. Yeah, we was getting it in back in the days. I grew up with her, too, playing ball. We used to roll. Yo, these is my people, yo. We was all over back in the days. Them was some of the greatest times, man. It really was. It really was.
D, we want to talk about the very first game you played in that had referees, right? That first game, that initial game that kind of introduced us to the world of basketball with referees and everything and being in a controlled atmosphere.
It was not children, it was housing authority, you know, back in the day.
Hold on, Fat. Let's do this. Let's make some noise for the housing authority. Giving us a place to play.
Yeah. Housing authority. All right, so
rite of passage.
In a sweat box now, because you remember, they wasn't like no big major gyms. They was little old, you know, back in the day, small joints.
Small joints, that's
sweat
right.
Box,
that's right.
In there, I think Mr. Davis had us. He had the older girls. I think they played before we did. And then we played next. And that was my first time really playing, you know, like all together with a team, a ref. And I think we won that year. Because I remember I went home with a trophy then. But I think at that time I was still feeling myself out as far as my game.
Right.
My game was getting to where I really, really wanted it to be, but I was still learning. Under his guidance, you know, he had us all like, you know, I mean, I loved his style of play as far as practice. This man didn't play with us. You know, he was very serious, and we had to be serious. And, you know, I was learning my position because that was my problem, I think. I wanted to play every position. But he taught me that, you know, I had to learn a certain position, and this was going to be what I needed to do. And yeah, man, there was some serious games back then. We was young and starting out, and it was just crazy, man. It was the hypeness of just seeing them trophies, man, because they had one that was like 6 feet back in the day.
Right.
You know, so you wanted
yes.
that. You know, you want to bring that home.
That's that furniture right there.
Man. Oh, it's my dog, man. So go, Dutch. Go, boy.
I think, who's this? Small said Queen Lydia.
Uh-huh.
That's the Latea, I guess.
Okay, Queen, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's my sister-in-law. Smiles to look like, sure.
Who was the best player in the neighborhood, girl or guy? Like when you was coming up, who was the person everybody would want to rush to see play?
When I was coming up?
Yeah.
You talking about professional or just regular?
In the neighborhood, period. Like who was the best player? Like who everybody wanted to be like?
Let me think.
They lived in the neighborhood. They came from the neighborhood. They was a part of the whole community.
Okay, let me think. We had a couple of dudes. I know Mamo was nice. You remember Mamo?
Nah, name doesn't ring a bell.
He lived in 265. He was nice. That's a cat I grew up with that was really nice, that was doing things.
Salute to Mamo.
Yes, yeah. It was a lot of dudes that I grew up playing around. I mean, I can't
and we like to highlight these people because sometimes they are forgotten heroes. Those are people who kind of inspire us on the low. And maybe sometimes we maybe surpass what they did or even try to reach where they, got in life.
That's true. It was a sister. She was an older woman. I used to watch her play too when I was growing up. And she really was nice. I don't remember her name offhand, but she used to come to 41 and run full sometime. I think I respected her game too because I was a youngin and I'm looking at this grown woman and she was doing it. So I forgot her name. I always remembered her because, she was like the first woman besides my Aunt Yvette that I had met that could play, And then after that, I just started meeting a lot more cats that could play that was out there, But I'm trying to think of somebody offhand. I mean,
it'll come to you or somebody put it up.
Okay.
Like, okay. Listen, read the bio. I'm going through it and I'm going, wow. She went to South Shore.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You went to South Shore first. And the thing now, South Shore was the South Shore they are now. They are our house.
They wasn't.
They had the McDonald's All American come out of there. Like, but you decided to go to Murry Bergtraum and build those building blocks.
Yes.
That became another dynasty, right?
Yes.
One of the first girl dynasties in New York City, along with August Martin.
Yes, man, it was our rivals every year. You already know it was us and August Martin, but I got love for
the South Shore situation like, and why did you leave?
All right, so I went to South Shore. When I got there, I wasn't feeling it. I mean, I was all excited at first, I picked to go there, but then when I got there, I'm looking around and I'm seeing the team and all that, and I'm just like, I don't think this a fit for me. So I went home, told my mom, she looking at me like I'm crazy. Why are you trying to transfer? And I said, this is what I want, so that's what I did. And, it was a perfect fit once I got there. It was a perfect fit. It was what I wanted. And I didn't even realize, like I said, Marcy was there. I was going to meet Nick. We was going to vote, all three of us, with what we was working with. We was going to do what we had to do, to get what we got. But, yeah, that's why. I just, changed my mind. Once I got there, I wasn't feeling it. I wanted to go to the other school. And, it was kind of strange, but I just did it. And I knew I had to sit out a year, which was hard, but I made that choice and it paid off.
What adjustments did you have to make? Do you have to make any adjustments once you got to Murry Bergtraum? Or was it a smooth transition? It
was a smooth transition. It was just basically just more travel time to get there, which I ain't mind. But I was feeling the vibe, like I said, getting on the train, going to school every day, have my little practice in Manhattan. It was a good school, nice area. So, I just fit right in and everything, paid off.
Hold on. First, it wasn't just a good school. It was one of the best looking schools in New York City.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
And didn't y'all have like rugs, y'all like carpet in the school?
In certain areas, they had carpet, yeah.
There was no carpet in Lincoln. They didn't have no carpet in Jefferson. Them old ass bricks. Like Murry Bergtraum was almost a brand new school.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, every player, when you went on that FDR and you going up and you passing that school, you like, damn.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a nice looking school. It looked like it fit right there in Manhattan.
It did. We was right across the street from One Police Plaza, so you know wasn't nothing happening. That's why I be shocked when I be hearing stuff going down in there now, because I'm shocked. Like, back in the day, wasn't nothing happening in that school, but now,
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Besides Nitro, what other tournaments did you play in?
Man, Mr. Davis had us all around. We was doing, what's that one? Millbank.
Millbank, yes,
Millbank.
yes.
I think, did we do the West? Oh, my dog. See, this dog is messing up my stuff. Dutch, go in the room.
You want to get on camera? We want to help you shine.
We would do. I told you I was doing the Roaches 101. I used to love that. That was the 1-to-1 classic.
Who used to win that all the time? It was one person that had to dominate that, or they mixed it up?
But it was about who was the best at the end. You know, like, so it came. I think I won it 2 years in a row, which, like I said, I was happy because we had got some soda. You know, my team got some stuff. I don't know, I got a bike. Something they was giving out toys and all this stuff. But every year, you know, Mr. Davis used to take me, and you know, I used to love it.
You were the best player in the city 2 years in a row, 1-on-1 with all the girls in the city?
I don't know. Me and Marcy had some pretty tough ones at the end. You know, she might have won one year, I might have won another. But yeah, you know, we would go, and like I said, that's where I met her. And probably a couple other players in the city of New York, but she was my competition. I already knew that. At the end, it was going to come down to me and her, and it always did, you know. And like I said, I used to play all over, man. They had the West Fork tournaments. We had the Rutgers. We had the Roberto Clemente spot.
Roberto Clemente Park tournament, yes. Yes.
There we go. And that's what I wanted to mention. I think that's what my cousin was saying, Queen Latifah. I knew Queen growing up.
Got you.
So we played ball before she became famous, you know. So one time we and her was playing, and you know,
Dana, wow,
like
that's right. She did play high school ball.
You know what I'm saying?
She did play high school ball, right?
That was my girl, though. You know, I didn't know she was gonna become famous like she did, and I'm so proud of her, y'all. I really am. That she living her life doing her thing. But yeah, you know, back in the day, used to run with them, and any tournament Mr. Davis could get us in, we was in.
Right.
It didn't matter.
What was it like? You know, once you get to high school and figuring out what teams that probably gonna give y'all fits, and what teams, you know, that it was like, you know what, these guys are a piece of cake, but these guys over here, these girls over here, no joke, we got to come with our A game every game.
The only one that I could say that we stressed that we knew was August Martin. Everybody knew that was our main competition every year. That's what it came down to, you know. So the problem for us was, for some reason, we couldn't like all job together so we could make it happen like we needed to at the end, because our season would be, you know, we good. We ain't lost no games, but as soon as we got to them playoffs, for some reason, you know, I got in some short mess, or Nikki, or, you know, Mars was there, I think, most of the time. I think it was basically me and Nikki was getting into some stuff. And that's why it didn't happen. But I think if we all would have been able to beat it, all three of us, with what we was working with, it would have been a wrap. But it never happened. You know, that's the only part at the end. Like, you know, that would have been the icing on the cake. But for some reason, you know, we was going through what we was going through. Which I spoke to my girl Nikki last year. She doing very well. You know, I'm so happy for her. She's, you know, doing her thing, living her life. And, you know, we good. Me and Marsh, you know, we every now and then, you know, we talk, whatever. You know, I hit her up or she'll tell me something. But, you know, I'm just glad, like I said, it worked out for all of us. That, you know, we did what we needed to do. And, you know, we took what we had and built something on that. You know, and not just for ourselves, but for our families as well and our friends, you know.
And kids that y'all don't even know, girls that y'all don't even know, who benefited from y'all building that foundation at Bergtraum.
Yeah.
Because, you know, every year you used to look, Murry Bergtraum wins again, Murry Bergtraum wins again. Oh, they won their 10th in a row. They won their 11th in a row, 13th in a row, 14th in a row, 15th in a row. after a while, you already know who was gonna win.
Yeah, we was
But
rocking.
that don't happen without you guys.
Right, right.
And
I
that's
got a
real
little
talk.
cousin now. She's coming up. She's playing in high school, and I'm excited. I'm gonna go check out some of her games. See what it's really about. Cause I have met quite a few young ladies as the years went on, and when I do see talent, I try to guide them in the right way and let them understand that if you get down with a certain coach and you can start playing and you can parlay this into something. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you get the opportunity, you can take this ball and it can take you to places you'd never imagine. So I do not like to see raw talent, and like I said, especially if it's a family member, kids, I definitely like to take them under the wing and school them and let them know, certain things that I learned as far as being, pivotal to my game. My little cousin, she kind of nice, yo. So, right now, I don't know.
What school is she at? What school?
Well, this is down in I don't even know the name of the school, man. She's in Delaware.
Oh, she's in Delaware. Okay, I got some family
Delaware,
down in
yeah.
Delaware too.
Yeah, so that's where we at right now. So when her mom just showed me, well, all of us, she gave us her whole schedule for next year. So I'm going to definitely try to get where I fit in with her, check out some of the games, And if I can help, I'll help. Like I said, it's not, but she definitely got game, though. Like I told her, it's in your blood already, So she just got to parlay what she got, And like I said, we'll see where we go from there. But, yeah, man, them was the days, man. You got me thinking back for real now. Like, yo.
It's good to kind of reflect on the things that we went through and, the good and sometimes the bad.
Yeah.
I know it was a very difficult time for you, getting injured, right? And with, you had a lot of people saying, you should have went on to big time universities and even playing overseas maybe.
Right.
What was that? Those things that kind of hindered you from moving on to the next level, if you don't mind sharing.
Oh, I don't mind at all. If I can help someone, I will. What happened is I did get injured. I think in my junior year, and I tried to get myself together, but I always felt like, my game wasn't as strong as it was before I got injured, and that always bothered me. I think I was such a perfectionist when it came to ball. I wanted to be the same way, and if I couldn't play the same way, I didn't want to play at all. But I got caught up, being young. At that time, I would just say ignorant, didn't realize the opportunities I had in front of me. I went another way, and I didn't want to, because they told me I had to do 6 more months in school. And I was like, and I just did my own thing, which was get out in the world and started working. And I just moved from there, even though Miss Dix was still trying to get me back, which I did eventually go back and I finished. But at that time, I really wasn't still feeling it like I was before, because I got out and I started making money. And, I'm living my life, but still young and naive, not realizing the opportunity I had. But the way I went, I don't think I did badly. I think I just didn't understand, that I had this opportunity, a great opportunity. I could possibly see the world and travel and, play ball. But I didn't care about none of that. I just wanted to get out here.
You didn't play your whole senior year?
No, I don't think so. I think they told me I had lost my eligibility or something. And that got me mad. So, like I said, I just went on and, I started working, getting out here, living my life. Even though I still had the love for the game and all that, and my coach was still trying to persuade me to get back in. I think for myself, I just lost the lust at that time. I was like, I'm just going to get out here and get money, get paid and, live my life. But then I wind up working, like I said, for children's services, the Ministry of Children's Services. That changed my whole aspect of everything. Because I started meeting cats just like, myself from the projects. And they talking and they telling me their stories. And I'm looking at them and I'm realizing like, yo, you got an opportunity here. Get your life together. You ain't got to be, feeling like you ain't got no future. You have a future. You just got to continue to walk forward. So as I was helping them, I started helping myself to get myself together.
Yes.
Even though they didn't realize that, nor did I at the time. I started to see, like, it's more to life than, just sitting here, getting money. So I started realizing, like, let me put my effort into helping these kids. So I started getting more involved with them, learning their, situation, their hardships, trying to help them figure out ways to better themselves and get themselves together. And at that time, I think I was doing like 60 hours a week. So, that basically covered me. I wasn't thinking about no ball. I'd be tired after I was working. But I still would, like, play around and shoot, do my little thing on the side. But I just was getting older. Things was changing. I started seeing the light. I started moving forward in my life as far as my position. I was moving up, going to this position and that position, dealing with kids in another, position where I was able to help them. Always focused on trying to show them that it don't matter where you come from. Like I said, it matters where you end up at the end. Because I think a lot of times for us growing up in these projects and these communities, sometimes we don't see nothing else. All we see is this, them four walls and thinking this is life. When in reality, that's just the beginning stage of their life. So, to be able to sit with them and have it, like I said, I dealt with females as well as guys, as a counselor. And, that really helped me because I started to help them and I started to play with them, So we playing, Miss D, what's up? We're going to play today. And, that's what we would do. We get out there. If they doing good, school, whatever, let's go play. We hang out, we talk, we get something to eat after, whatever. And, I mean, I look back now and I say to myself, I had the opportunity, but I will never cry about school. It's something.
That's right. That's right.
It wasn't meant, because if it was, it would have happened at that time when it needed to.
And you found something else you love. First, it was about the money.
Yes. First it was.
Then you fell in love with the kids.
Yes.
Then you saw, damn, wow, I can make change here.
Yes, for them.
And I think that's when we come to grips. That's when we come to grips with the missed opportunity that we had to help somebody else get theirs.
Right, and that's what it was, man, because, I seen a lot of our, younger brothers and sisters in there with no aspirations, no hope, feeling lost, and understanding that I was there too. So I wanted to be able to, help guide them in my own little way where they don't have to feel that way, and maybe, they can get through, what they thinking they can't. And it was hard because, like I said, I've lost some of them. I run into them periodically sometime. I could be, I don't know, I'm great adventure with my family. Miss D, they run up on me, and that's the love I got now, because I had to share a part of myself, my story, what happened, to get them to understand, if I made it out, you could too. You ain't got to think this is your life. This ain't your life. Just the beginning stages, man. Just the beginning stages. And like I said, I really enjoy working with the juveniles, detention kids, because they were like the ones that think they're hard. I was calling every name in the book, but in the end, they respected me because they recognized I wasn't going to try to tell you nothing, that will harm you. Like your mama would tell you, I'm going to tell you this for your own good, and I think they respected that. They respected the fact that if they didn't follow the rules, Miss D was going to write them up. Just like if you did follow the rules and you got a certain, amount of whatever you're supposed to get for that week, Miss D going to make sure you get what you're supposed to get. I stay consistent, just like I did with ball. And I learned, and that's the real, you stay consistent, man. It's about consistency. For our people, I always felt that way. We just need to stay consistent with ourselves. A lot of us talk the walk, but we don't walk it. If we learn to walk the way we talk, we'll be better people. We'll get along better with others, but we don't. The people got attitude that I ain't got no haters. I don't hate nobody. I'm just trying to live the best life I can live. For a long time, God gonna have me on this earth. That's it.
I wish one of my kids is on today. I've been in high school 20 years. Teaching some of the hardest kids in New York City.
Yes.
And within the high school, I created a mentor program as well, being a basketball coach there. And today we had our first meeting, and all of the things that you're saying, like, this is not going to last. It'll get greater later if you put in the work. All the things that you were saying just now, I conveyed in our meeting today, right?
Yeah.
So, we come from the same cloth. I can see that right now. And the love that we have for children and want them to have a better life.
Yes.
It's something that you can't write a paycheck for.
You can't. It's about them, man. They gonna be the ones taking care of us one day. We got to be real with ourselves, you know. If we don't implement these things in them, how are they going to learn? Somebody got to school them, man. You know, and sometimes it ain't gonna be your mama and your daddy. You know, it depends. Everybody plays a role. You know, but for us as the mentors and the counselors, yes, our role is pivotal. It's pivotal because you need to walk the walk that you talk to these children. You cannot sit here and be saying all this and this and that, and you ain't living the way you telling them. You can't do that. Kids can see right through the fakeness. They could tell. You could tell, like, you work kids. They know, like, when you hit that door, the respect that you command and demand, they gonna give it. But for the ones who be playing, you know, both sides and all that, they gonna play on both sides. That's how it goes. You know? But if you show them respect, you got to give to get. You know? And I've always felt that way. It's very important. I learned these things through ball. How to carry myself. You know, you can't be out here going crazy, looking crazy. You know, you got to present yourself like, you know, like you somebody. And, you know, I remember Mr. Davis told me how to shake hands, you know, and he told me it was very important. And I never forgot that, you know, and I didn't know how important it was until I became grown, you know, and I realized that he was right. These kids don't be knowing these things, but these are little lessons that will get you far in life one day. You know,
Right.
these things we need to be teaching them and telling them. Everybody's so focused on what you're wearing, you know, the name brand on. No, you need to be focusing on how you carry yourself, how you presenting yourself, you know, communicating right, you know, knowing how to talk proper. You know, you ain't always got to be hood. But, you know, sometimes, you know, if it's called for, it is what it is, you know. But the kids respect that, you know, because if you be, you just got to be real with them, man. You know, and
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
said, we're losing more than we gaining right now. So that's why it's most important, you know, as we having this conversation. I hope some of the young ones are listening and understanding. You know, we want to give y'all all the opportunities that, you know, y'all deserve, you know, but y'all have to really get them for yourselves as well. You know,
Right.
so.
Right. Let's talk about that beautiful lady behind you and what she meant to you in your life.
My mama meant everything to me. I didn't know how much she meant to me until she left me. You know, it's been about 2 years now. I went through a lot because I don't think in the beginning she was, you know, I was so caught up with the basketball. She, oh, you need to calm down, whatever, whatever, whatever. But I think in the end, you know, she told me like how sorry she was that, you know, she wasn't like more involved than she could have been. But, you know, like I said, I think it was a lesson for both of us, you know, growing up. My mother, you know, I realize now, you know, you think because they're your parents, they know everything, you know, they.
Right.
I didn't realize, you know, that
Yeah.
she's still trying to figure it out too, you
Yeah.
know. So today, you know, that's why I wanted to put her behind me, you know. I thank God for my mother, you know. I mean, she did a great job. It was 5 of us, you know, plus my Aunt Yvette, she raised her sister. And, you know, I miss her. I miss her dearly. But I also know she's still with me, you know, not physically, spiritually. I believe that. But I had a good life, man. I can't complain. I can't complain, you know, at all. Things worked out, you know. I became a woman that my mother was proud of, and it did. You know, and I think that's all I really did want from her, to see that, you know, I became something. And, you know, she did. You know, I miss her dearly, though, man. I really do.
Salute
Yep.
to moms, always.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's very important that we touch on, because of course I came from a single parent household, and my mom did everything for me,
Yeah.
wasn't able to see me play much, you know.
Right.
But she gave me the things that I needed to go out and be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me that foundation. So when I do meet someone, when we meet the Mr. Davis and the Bobby Hostings, we're
Yes.
prepared.
Yes, we were. We were. Because my mother didn't play. She was on, like I said, she might not went to my games, but she was focused on me staying, you know, good in school and doing what I needed to do. And, you know, I think for her, she just, you know, she wanted me to, you know, probably go on, play ball as long as I wanted to. But I think she just also wanted me to focus on other things. But that was my life, man. That was my life back then. And like I said, she provided everything for us. I had a roof over my head, clean clothes on my back. I ate, food every day, and I cannot complain. My mother also instilled a lot of, positive things in my life as well. As far as how to treat others, and you got to give it to get the respect, and real friends, and she went through the whole little thing with me, and I think for myself, I was glad one day she was able to see me play because somebody had an old clipping of one of my games, and
Mm-hmm.
she watched it. So she hit me up later, and she said, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I never came to none of your games, but I just seen you play. Wow, da, 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 da." And it made me excited. I was like, at
Yeah,
least
your cousin said, and she might not been at the games, but she always asks how you did.
yeah, yeah.
That's very powerful.
Man,
My guy East New York Jerry said always knew. It said to hear about the basketball stolen games. You reading it too? My guy East New York.
yeah. Which one is that?
Message that came out of our community, right?
Uh-huh.
Basketball at the end of the day, it's a vehicle, but in life it becomes secondary to the most important thing that we do in life, and that's changing our life and being able to change other people's lives.
Yes, yes, and it definitely did that for me. I was confused. I was going through so much. I mean, if you knew the conversations I would have with Mr. Davis sometime, calling him, stressed out about things, like I said, didn't understand, young, trying to grow up too quick, and then I needed to slow down a little bit, but I wasn't realizing that, until I got older. But I mean, it did, man. It changed me in so many ways as far as my attitude, my demeanor, how I carry myself. And like I said, I would meet people all the time. "Oh, ain't you that D you used to play?" And I'd be laughing like, "Yeah, where you know me from? Oh, I seen you play, whatever, whatever." It's good to have those memories. Like I said, I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful for this opportunity, for you to give me to have my, story told. I know people wanted to know what happened,
Right.
What happened is life. Life happened, and
Well,
sometimes it's
listen,
a different direction.
hearing your story, I'm even more inspired.
All
So
right. All
I
right.
appreciate you.
Oh, thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Thank
So
you.
now we're gonna get into our top five. All
All
right.
right.
I want to know who is the top 5 players in your eyes
Mm.
in Murry Bergtraum history.
In Mary Bertram history, I'm gonna say Nikki McCray, Marcy. I don't even want to put myself in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got to though.
That's right. That's right.
I got to. Um, we got a young lady. What? She been there for a year or so. I think she doing good. I forgot her name.
You
Damn.
know,
What's her
we got Miss Prince Epiphany, WNBA champion.
Right. That one. Okay. Okay. Now you talking about you want me to go to WNBA? Shoot.
No, she went to Murry Bergtraum. She was one of the
So we
stars
gotta
there.
put her. We gotta put her.
Facts.
Who else? Who else you got? Marcy. I mean, not Marcy.
Also interviewed Corey Coleman, another
Corey was good. That's my top
another
5.
Murry
That's my
Bergtraum great.
top 5.
Yes.
That's my top 5.
Got you. Now, no help with this one. Who was the top 5 players you played against?
Mm.
And if it wasn't 5, you can only name the ones that you battled with.
I'm gonna say, ooh, Medina. That was, we always
What
battled.
school? What school?
What school did Medina go to? I don't even remember their schools, man. It's been like 30 years.
Okay. Well, we gonna give Medina some love because she's one of the people that
No,
won the
she was
toughest
putting in work.
competition.
She was putting in work. Some of the August Martin girls. Oh my God.
Was Shamika Holslow there when you was there?
I think so. I think so. I remember her name, Samika Holster. Yep. I know it was oh man, it was a bunch of girls from August Martin. They was all nice. Let me think. It was a bunch of them from August Martin, man. I think you had Trish. Um, oh man, shit. Rhonda was playing for a different school. She was nice. Rhonda's Singleton.
Yep.
That's my home. She's one of the nice
Rhonda
ones.
Singleton.
Yep.
Wanda Hall.
Wanda Hall. Yep. Tracy
And we
Wells.
also had Laura Milley, one of the top fives on there. Christ the King, we interviewed her as well. She was the first Miss Basketball in New York State.
Yeah, Christ the King. Yeah, you right. Cause we used to have a rival with them too every year. But we was beating their ass, so it wasn't no problem really with them.
Talk that talk.
But let me think. It was so many cats I grew up with playing, man.
Yeah, Rhonda, Trina.
Yep.
On there.
Trina, you already know. Cause Trina grew up in Tilden too. She was nice too. She stayed at South Shore.
Got you.
She was another nice one. Man, it was a lot of them, man. But the funny thing is, it was like we all rolled together. Like we know, everybody went to the same games, even if it wasn't high school, it was regular, like summer league or whatever. We was all always around each other. And that's why our game got good, because we always used to play each other constantly. So, unless we went upstate, that was a whole nother, thing. But yeah, that's all I can really think of, man.
All right, D. We all grew up with hip hop. That became our music.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
Who your top 5 MCs all time?
All time, I'm going with Jadakiss.
Me.
I love Jay-Z. I ain't gonna front.
Let's do it.
There it is. The Rock, baby. Who else? I'm old school as well. I mean, Big ain't here no more, but I still love Big. I just love New York.
B.I.G., baby. Brooklyn, he always screamed down Brooklyn.
That's our style, so I mean that's how I rock with. I also love Nas. I ain't gonna front. Nas is the man. And much respect to DMX, yo. That was my man too.
The dog. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Wow. This is awesome. Well, listen, D, I'm glad you were able to come on, share your story. I'm telling you, it means a lot to us at Basketball Heads. My artist, had to go out with his lady tonight, but he told me before he left, he said, yo, G, I'm going to make sure she get her artwork done. So he's going to do it when he get home tonight. And when he give it to me, I'll forward it to you so you can check it out.
All right, thanks, man.
All right. Yo, D, thank you. And we want to say we appreciate you and your time that you gave us playing New York City basketball and giving everybody a lot of excitement and knowing that you was one of the best players in the city.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate the love. Really, I do, y'all. You take care, bro.
No doubt. Show some love for Kadedra, Big D Posey. Let's make some noise. All right, D.
All right, baby. Take care.
All right, take care.
You too, baby.
All right. Listen, you got to understand, especially for you youngsters out there, without knowing the history, we don't know where we're going. For us to celebrate the present, we got to unlock the past. The past have different stories and different paths in life that you can go. As we stated earlier, it's not how you start off, it's how you finish. We don't just celebrate high school, college, pros, street ball. We celebrate life. No matter what you do, one day you will be a professional if you do it the right way. Now you can become a professional playing sports, or you can become a professional in the workplace. It's all the same because we're changing people's lives. And that's what D is doing. and has been doing for all these years. She's been changing lives, making sure kids don't make the same decisions she made. But without making those decisions, she wouldn't be in the place that she is to help kids change their lives. So sometimes we all making the right decision. It probably be not the right decision that we think is at the time, may not be. But it all pays off at the end if you're consistent. Kids will see that. Kids will see the love that you have for them. So with saying that, we're going to wrap up tonight. I want to thank Big D, Miss Posey, for coming through and sharing her story. It takes a lot of guts to go back into the past and reflect on what could have been. It's not about what could have been. It's about what she is now. Listen, I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and you've been watching Basketball Heads, the official home for New York City basketball. Peace.
Y'all ready?